Oh god, a Suntail Squadron. Oh my god, they're gonna have blockers for days. Ladies and gentle mages, civilians across the multiverse, welcome back to another episode with Man, and today we've got a juicer for you. We've got knives, blades, we got moths, we got every single thing you could ever think of in this deck. So this is a brand new deck that I kind of compiled. It's an aggro deck that features around artifacts and the new alchemy cards. I guess we'll just go from right to left here. We got the Mothrider Cavalry. This card is absolutely insane. It's actually a samurai. I feel like it should be an insect. I get it, it's like the knight on top, but whatever. Either way, it's a human samurai. It's going to cost 2 less if no other creature cards in your hand are creatures other than another Mothrider Cavalry, and each other creature you're going to get is going to get +1/+1. So very, very good. It's pretty much like a dream come true for any white deck that's just weenies and just aggro. Really, really awesome. It's going to bump up your deck. There's nothing really much else to say. It's just kind of an aggro-y card. It's just going to top off your deck with the 4 curve, and it's going to be really nice. If you notice here, we do have a very, very aggressive curve. Very, very prone to running a lot more 1 and 2 drops here, but we'll continue with it. We got Expedition Supplier. Whenever this enters or another human, you're going to get a utility knife, and this is probably the first deck that I have made with this card, but I really, really love it because not only are you ramping up into a bunch of different artifacts here, you're going to get better and bigger creatures, and then you're going to use Ingenious Smith. So this is not only is this also a human, but it's going to get a 1/1 counter for each little knife that you get. So all these little utility knives are going to obviously just kind of, you know, they're gonna stack up. Obviously we're running Maul of the Skyclaves here. I do like this. It is really prone to spot removal, so if it does cost 3, and if they use spot removal, it's going to cost a whopping 4 to equip it again, so you definitely got to be careful. You got to time this out. I am running 3 instead of 4 just for that reason, so it can be a little bit cloggy. Fateful Absence and Portable Hole for simple removal. This thing gets rid of a lot better, and it is an artifact, so that's going to help out. Fateful Absence is a little bit better for those bigger creatures that can go into the deeper game. Ingenious Smith is wonderful. This card is going to be pretty much like Patchwork Automation, only you don't actually have to cast the card. You can just have it enter the battlefield, so it's going to work with the knives. And also, if you're a little bit low on land, you can hunt out a treasure vault, which is an artifact land. And so yeah, it's not a white source, but it is an artifact land. So if you're a little bit low, you can dig for that as well. Love the Ingenious Smith. Michiko's Reign of Truth, I'm only running 2 rather than like 4 or 3 because it does bump up some things and it's kind of slow. So I think it's only good like maybe like, you know, that turn 4 to 5 range where you really have an established board. It can really increase something's attack. So definitely don't go 4. That's a little bit too cloggy. We got the Hotshot Mechanic. This is just for the Dragonfly Pilot and the Hotshot Mechanic. These 2 Fox Pilots are going to be really, really nice here to crew your vehicles. We are not really running any vehicles outside of that, so I could see you taking out the Hotshot Mechanic, but it's still going to use the Dragonfly suit, and it does come up often enough, and even if it's not, it's still an artifact, and it's still a 2/1 beater, so that's going to be really, really good. Now, here's the awesome card. We saved the best for last. I don't know if it's the best. It's either this between the Moth and the Inchblade, but this card is really, really awesome. I cannot get over how good this is. Equip the creature gets 1/1, and whenever it becomes attached to a creature, you're going to get a copy of the Inchblade Companion. Now, it's not going to get this ability, but you can keep using the original Inchblade Companion over and over and over and over, and you're going to get a bunch of inches. You're going to get a bunch of blades. It's going to be a good time. I'm telling you, this is 4 of in any sort of weenie deck in Alchemy. So absolutely love this card. Then the reconfigure card, because we are running Treasure Vault, it is colorless mana, so you don't need white especially for this. You can just reconfigure this with any color, so that does come up quite more often than I would have realized. But yeah, I mean, this is kind of like, I don't even know, it's like kind of artifacty, kind of equipment, kind of aggro-y, but this is the deck. We're going to take the Inchblade Companion, maybe the Expedition Supplier, we'll see how much that comes up with, but we'll take the Mothrider Cavalry. We got knives, blades, Maul, we got everything in here. Let's get ready to vanquish some enemies. Crystal Core, that sounds kind of artifacty. Well, we're running plenty of artifacts here. Let's go ahead and keep this. I actually did just now notice this. The Dragonfly Pilot is actually not an artifact. Did not know that. But we know that now. Let's go ahead and drop the Artifact Pilot. We'll get an extra little vehicle in our hand. Bang! You gotta love a free Dragonfly suit. I mean, it's not like the craziest thing ever, but it's definitely pretty cool. Ooh, this double Tenacious Pup, a little scary here. This is going to be Trample Vigilance, and we're just going to let that go through. Can't really do too much with this. We do have a Portable Hole. Portable Hole is phenomenal, but not having enough land is not phenomenal. I'm going to go ahead and use the Ingenious Smith. This way we can just get this out. What's nice about the treasure vault is that we do, oh, there it is. Well, there's perfectly on display. What's nice about the Ingenious Smith is if you're low on land, you can always get the treasure vault from your hand, and it is a land. We're still a little bit low on actual white sources, so that's bad, but getting another land with the Ingenious Smith is really cool. And they're going to swing in here. We can actually double block here. I think we're not going to do that, though. I think we'd rather just kind of keep put. We aren't that threatened on our life total yet. Just down to 16. That's manageable. Oh, wow. They get a Forceful Cultivator. That is rough. Oh, wow. Wow. Okay, we do get an Inchblade Companion. I think this is not good. This is going to go up to a 2-2, but that is going to be rough. We have just not enough white sources here. What we can do, we can create one treasure token by sacrificing the treasure vault, which is just not going to be good enough. Wow, this thing's got trample and vigilance, huh? I guess we'll put the Maul of the Skyclaves on the Ingenious Smith. That's going to be what we have to do. This has first strike now, so we can ward off something. Hopefully they don't have any sort of like removal. Because if they have removal, we're sitting pretty ugly here. But with first strike, this Maul of the Skyclaves might save us some time before we can get into some white sources. This Forceful Cultivator is pretty cool. It's pretty much the green equivalent to the Mothrider Cavalry. I really like these cards. These cards feel pretty... Oof. I don't like when they're used against me, though. That is for one thing. They're going to ramp up here. Oh my gosh, what is this? Oh my gosh. Holy Moses, that is... I mean, they're ramping up. I don't know. Maybe they've got something crazy in their hand. They do not. We get a Cave of the Frost Dragon, which is, you know, it's okay. It's not bad. I mean, it is a land. We do need some white sources. But it is going to have to come in tapped, unfortunately. So we will do that. I think what we're going to do, probably use an Inchblade Companion, and we can reconfigure this. So I love this Inchblade Companion. We could use Fateful Absence, but unless they can buff them up, I think we're going to be okay. I'm actually going to drop the Inchblade Companion. This is going to go up to a 5-5, and we do not need... we can use colorless mana to reconfigure this. So let's go ahead and reconfigure with the Inchblade Companion. And we want to give it to the Smith. This thing has first strike, so I guess we'll give it to this. And we're going to get a free Inchblade Companion. So look at that. It's pretty cool. We get up to a 6-6, and we're just going to get a free Inchblade Companion. Pretty awesome. I'm not going to attack because we're still very behind in the grand scheme of things. So hopefully they don't drop any big fatties. But I'm loving this Inchblade Companion more and more. It's a very small, subtle card, but it just gives you value. And usually we're running 24 land with a very, very small curve. So Kami of Bamboo Groves, you're gonna get more land. What more land do you need? Tenacious Pup. Okay. I mean, they just got more land in their hand. Whew. Oh, and they passed turn, thank goodness. And we get a Plains. Now I think is the time that we can start doing some cool stuff. So, unfortunately, the new Inchblade Companion, you can't just keep looping it, so that's kind of unfortunate. But, you know, you can still use it on this creature with this Inchblade Companion. So, that's going to be pretty cool. I think what we want to do is deplete our hand of the creature so that we can go for Mothrider Cavalry. So we can go for Dragonfly Pilot, I guess. Let's go for Dragonfly Pilot, Shoefly Pie. This will get rid of everything that is not a creature in our hand. So now we can play the Mothrider Cavalry for just 2, and then we can use the Inchblade Companion because that will leave us with no white sources. So let's go for the Mothrider Cavalry. Now we get a bump up on everything. That's pretty cool. And now I think what I'm going to do is we're going to swing in with the Ingenious Smith because it flies now. This might be a little bit risky, but whatever. We're here to take risks. No reach, right? This thing's no reach. No reach. Swing on in here. Bang. We're going to do 7 to them, and I'm going to take this cute little Inchblade Companion, and we are going to configure, and let's put it on, let's just put it on, doesn't really matter. I guess we'll just put it on the Dragonfly Pilot here. I don't want to give them an extra incentive to kill the Mothrider Cavalry, and because we should have done that beforehand. Well, I guess it doesn't matter because we lost to 1-1 from the Inchblade, so. But either way, that's going to kick off the Ingenious Smith as well, so. You're already seeing on display how good the Inchblade Companion is. I'm a little bit worried here. I mean, they've got all the land in the world, so if they do have a bomb spell, it's going to come out. Ooh, there it is. Ooh, goodness. That is a 7/7 trample vigilance, yeah, vigilance, trample, and haste. Wow, okay. Wow. Let's see how they want to play this out. We might have to take the Vorinclex and just not worry about it, and then just worry about all these creatures. I think we've got a few positive matchups that we can do. Yeah, there's definitely a few positive matchups. If they just swing all, that would be pretty reckless. I don't think they want to do that. But this Vorinclex definitely is scary. There is no doubt about that. We have to... Okay, so one Cultivator's going to swing. They're just that? That is a little weird to me. Why? Hold on. I mean, I could just double block and we take a 2-for-1. I mean... I'm going to actually just triple block here just in case they've got like a Snakeskin Veil or something. But if not, this is not a good matchup for them. We're going to take a 2-for-1. Do they have it? A Snakeskin Veil or something? They don't, and they're just going to get one kill from this. That's not a good matchup for them. Yeah, that's not good. And we still have a Fateful Absence now for this Vorinclex, so I think we're sitting very pretty now. I'm going to go for... Oh, why is it telling me to burn the white sources with the Patchwork Automation? That is not good, Wizards. No, 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 no. How can we play this out? I think we can honestly just swing in with the Ingenious Smith, but before we do that, let's go ahead and tap the colorless mana. Not going to be doing any sort of thing with the treasure. So let's drop our Patchwork Automation. We're going to get the Ingenious Smith to go up one. And now we're going to have, oh, what just happened there? Did it already, oh, it already triggered or something? Okay, well, anyway, we're still going to have lethal up in the air. So, okay. Sounds good to me. I guess, again, I got to make quadruple sure. No sneaky reaches. I'm going to swing up in the air here. We still have a portable hole, and then we've got a Fateful Absence that we can do at any time, so... I think our little Inchblade Companions and our Moth is going to take it. We're going to drop portable hole, maybe? Yeah, we might as well. It's the most, yeah, we might as well. We'll go ahead and give the Patchwork Automation a little bit of a bump here, and we'll take care of the Tenacious Pup. You know, just a little bit of something off the top, and then we're gonna have this Fateful Absence for this Vorinclex, and they've already shown that they probably, most likely, don't have a Snakeskin Veil, and they can't do lethal, so I think we're sitting very, very pretty here. Alright, Inchblades, let's see what you got. This Ingenious Smith and the Maul of Skyclaves is probably just the powerhouse here. They've only got 7 more life. If they pump all of this into the Lair of the Hydra, it's not going to be enough to kill us, so that is all dandy. We can just chump block this for days. Vorinclex gets Fateful Absence, so I don't see how they're going to be able to deal enough damage. Okie dokie, here we go. They're just going to swing with the Vorinclex. I think we actually are just going to take this. I mean, we still have lethal in the air. I don't care. I'm not... It's not great, but I'm just going to take it. We have lethal. Another thing changed. We still have lethal in the air. And if they have a fight spell, like they've got some sort of fight spell, I want to be able to use this to pretty much nullify it. So we're going to keep that. Settle the Wilds. Oh, okay. They do get something worth a bunch. What the heck was that? Like a 7-drop or 8-drop or something? That's kind of scary. So whatever they have, if we didn't have lethal, they'd be able to cast that next turn, which is pretty terrifying. So Jukai Liberator, that's not going to get it done. Okay, and I think we're just going to take it. So my turn. Nothing quadruple sure, nothing has a reach. We're going to be able just to swing in here, and that is going to be a good game. Unless I'm missing something, let's see. Ingenious Smiths for 7. Is that going to be it? It is. Our artifacts take it. Good game, Crystal Core. Remember to subscribe to the channel for more Magic deck videos every single day. Jordy, hello. I have a bad feeling about this, Jordy. We have a good hand. I'm just gonna let you... Hey, we're gonna be friendly. I'm feeling good about this hand, you know? Hey, something could go wrong, but we're gonna drop our Inchblade Companion. So we got the blade down. This deck has so many blades and knives and artifacts. Absolutely love this. Okay, we're just going to go straight in for our Patchwork Automation. Unfortunately, we're going to be a little bit too awkward for the Mothrider Cavalry by turn 3. But it's okay. That is okay. That is a small price to pay. We've got our little weenie artifacts, but these artifacts are going to get really, really big here in due time. So, okay. if they've got a Molten Impact or something, they should have used it, because now what I'm going to do is use Inchblade Companion. We could drop another Patchwork Automation, but yeah, I think we're actually going to go with another Patchwork Automation rather than use the Inchblade Companion. I really like this configure. You get another one for free, but I'm not going to use that right now. Let's go and swing in here. I think I just want to get double Patchwork Automations out. I think that's a little bit more mana efficient, because then next turn we can go for a if you see, the Mothrider Cavalry is now costing 2. And they're going to use the Infernal Grasp on the Inchblade Companion. That's really unfortunate, because if we would have used, I mean, well, actually not really. I mean, we could have used the configure and gone to the Patchwork Automation, but they could have just chained, or could have just used that in response. So, okay, we do draw a Expedition Supplier. That's a good and bad, because we can just hard cast the Mothrider Cavalry. This gives everything 1/1. It's not an artifact, so we don't get any sort of thing with that, but the Expedition Supplier is going to be pretty good. I think we want to go with Expedition Supplier right this second. Every time it or a human enters the battlefield, we're going to get a knife card, and the knife is going to pop off for this Patchwork Automation. And because these little cuties don't have, or they do have ward, because they have got ward, there's going to be no spot removal that is going to work. So they're going to use Sap Vitality on the Expedition Supplier. That's unfortunate, but it's okay. It is okay, because we are going to get a Utility Knife. And because the Utility Knife is an artifact, we are going to get these Patchwork Automations to pop off. And we'll put it on the stronger one. And let's see here. Oh, it's cast. So it's cast, and it did not work so well, did it? No, it did not. But we still have a lot of things to do here. We've got a lot of artifacts that we can go. Graveyard Trespasser, not great. We can't really deal with that so easily. But that's going to be okay. We're going to drop Maul of the Skyclaves and put it right on this Patchwork Automation. We'll put it on the... this thing's actually really strong because of the Sap Vitality. So I guess we'll just give it on the stronger one so that we can swing in. Bang! Down to 6. And we actually have Lethal up in the air. If they swing, that would leave them open for this Patchwork Automation. So, okie dokie. Forsaken Crossroads. Okie dokie. They're going to put it on bottom, which is a lovely sight to see. You always want to see them put it on bottom. Ooh, and a Bloodvial Purveyor. That is actually scary, but because we have First Strike, I'm actually not that scared. And we actually are just going to have Lethal here, because we're just going to use Fateful Absence, take out the Purveyor. We get a blood token, but it does not matter, because we've got Lethal in the air with our lovely Patchwork Automation. And that is going to be GG's. Cheetos, wow, okay, well, I love Cheetos. Always a flaming hot kind of guy. If I'm going to have them, you're going to do it right, you know what I'm saying? So, we'll go ahead and, we got a Portable Hole. Portable Hole is a really good removal card. I absolutely love this card because, especially in an aggro deck, it just curves out very, very well. But I'll tell you what I like even more. We got the Ingenious Smith. This thing is going to be an absolute powerhouse for this deck. We are going to take a free artifact. Let's see, what do we want here? I think we want the Patchwork Automation. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and take the Patchwork Automation because this thing has got ward. I know that it sets our Mothrider Cavalry back a little bit, but that is going to be okay. And much like our Patchwork Automation, we got a lot of stuff we can do here. So what's the correct line here? I guess we'll go with the planes first, of course. And I think we're just going to go with the Patchwork Automation. And then the problem with using the Portable Hole on the Prosperous Innkeeper is we're going to be able to boost up our creatures. But it feels kind of like a waste. But then again, we're probably going to ramp up into something a little bit higher. So I guess it's probably worth it. Plus, they don't get to gain any life this way, so it's kind of wishy-washy, but I think we'll do it. Patchwork Automation is going to get a little bit stronger here, and we're going to get some more damage off here. And at the end of the day, we are an aggressive deck, so it's going to be more important to just get damage off. And oh, wow. Oh, wow. So they're going to go ahead and take the Tamiyo Safekeeping. Wow. Okay, I was not expecting that. So that's a little bit weird. I mean, I guess they're going to gain a little bit of life, but that seems kind of wasteful, so okay. Trillisara, the Moon Dancer. Okie dokie. So they're going to gain, oh gosh, Scry. They put it on top, so they gain more life. You gotta love that combo, though. The life gaining land on top of the Moon Dancer. Pretty cool here, but I'll tell you what's even cooler. Well, it's not having two Mothrider Cavalries and then being able to go into Michiko's Reign of Truth. I wish this treasure vault was a white source here, but it is not, unfortunately. But I'll tell you what, that is going to be okay. We're going to drop the Mothrider Cavalry, and we're going to drop this Michiko's Reign of Truth, and we're going to at least be able to do something here. So Michiko's Reign of Truth is typically in a lot of artifact decks, but it's going to work just fine in this case. Let's go ahead and put it on the Patchwork Automation. It actually doesn't really even matter. We're going to swing in here, and unfortunately, this is going to get walled off, but it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. It's all part of the plan. This Moon Dancer is not part of the plan, though. We're going to have to get rid of this thing, because not only does it gain life, but it's going to... Oh, it's going to do nothing, I guess. Okay, cool. Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. So this Michiko's Reign of Truth, do we want to put it on the Patchwork Automation? I guess we'll just put it on the Mothrider Cavalry. I mean, they already can't really do much to it. It's in the air. So we'll go up to a 6/6, and I'm going to drop this Treasure Vault because... Yeah, we're going to drop the Treasure Vault just because we get another little bump on our Ingenious Smith and Automation. Sounds good. Yeah, looking good, looking good. And we're going to top off with our Mothrider Cavalry. This card is an absolute powerhouse. If you have not crafted it yet, I highly recommend that you do because it is busted in all the right ways. So here's a cool little trick. We can swing in, which we're going to swing in with everything here. I suspect that they have the Wandering Emperor, but we can't just not swing. If they've got the Wandering Emperor, they just got it. Oh, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. So they're going to block with the Ingenious Smith. That's actually okay. I'm very okay with that. Oh, okay. So Tamiyo Safekeeping, that is better than the Wandering Emperor. That is at least better. And this is going to go up to a 5/5. And we've already used the Ingenious Smith. So unfortunately, our Ingenious Smith isn't looking like a genius right now. So, okie dokie. Oh, come on, not another one. Beside You Who Endures, and they're going to be able to use this for the ward. Oh, gosh, that is a nightmare. Okay, so the Beside You Who Endures is going to kill our Patchwork Automation. Yeah, at least we'll get another white source here, but we're going to need a little bit more firepower. Okay, okay. We still have 7 damage up in the air. Ooh, this is like a genuine 50-50 nail biter. Not really sure where we sit. We can always use a treasure vault to make more treasure tokens. But this removal that was a pretty good exchange for them. So Tauren's Fist of the Angels, okie dokie. Go ahead and gain your life. I think we still have a pretty good shot at beating them to the punch. 1 top, 0 bottom, okie dokie. They're gonna swing in here, huh? Okay, well we're gonna have to take that. No chance I'm just chump blocking here. Not with our beautiful Moths in the air. So we got Treasure Vault. Do you want to pop the Treasure Vault? I don't think the Treasure Vault really does anything for us. We can go for Michiko's Reign of Truth. Yeah, we're just gonna pass on that. All right, so now we get our creature here. It does have Summoning Sickness, which you never like to see. Oof, okay. Let's go for our Patchwork Automation. This Michiko's gonna be a 7/7. That is really, really good. We're just gonna swing up in the air. We're 1 short of being able to have lethal damage on the back end, which really, really sucks. Yeah, we're still gonna have to go for it. Let's go ahead and swing in. We take them down to 7-14. And this Tauren is gonna be a problem. I think what we do, we drop the plane, so this way we can take the Treasure Vault, and we should be able to make 2 treasure tokens, and that'll make the portrait a little bit stronger here. So maybe they're not expecting it, and we can kind of sneak in a little bit of a sneaky thing. Mirror Box, what the heck? And another Moon Dancer. Oh, God. Oh, wow. Okay. So they're going to be able to have 2 Moon Dancers out on the battlefield at the same time. Oof. Okay. We're going to go ahead and give it nice. We got to compliment our opponents every now and then. So how big is this Moon Dancer that can swing in going to be? Way too big for us. That is for sure. Okay. So they're going to swing in here. There's a... Whoa. With the Taurens, huh? Okay. That's a little weird. Okay. With the Treasure Vault, we can create 2 treasures, right? Just 2 treasures. So... Ugh. I mean, obviously we're going to block here. I'm not really sure why they swung in here. We can actually maybe chump block. Chump block the 10. Hold on, we could maybe this is actually kind of sneaky. This is kind of sneaky. We could use the treasure vault and pop it off for 2, and that would give the portrait. No, it wouldn't, because the treasure vault's still an artifact, so that is completely out the window. I'm just talking out of my. Oof. Okay. The pressure's on, folks. I think we're gonna take this 10. It's not great. Go down to 4, but they are in top deck mode, as are we. Come on, we need a juicer. Come on, baby. Patchwork Automation, that's not exactly the juiciest apple in the tree. Tell you what. Okay. Well, we're gonna have to play it. Pop up our other automation. We still have lethal on the air in the back end. If they can't trample through, we should be okay. So they have no creature lands. If I swing in with these 2 moths, swing in with the Michiko, they'll at least have the chump block. And then we have 2 chump blockers on the back end. Oof. No, because if they're smart, they're just going to use the training. So I don't want to do that. I think our play is just to use the Mothrider Cavalry and just pray to the high heavens they don't have enough. Oof, okay. I think that's going to be the move. It's not sexy. It's not sexy. We're going to take them down to 3. Hopefully they don't top deck into anything too scary here. Come on, Cheetos. Oh, God. A Suntail Squadron. Oh, my God. They're going to have blockers for days. Wow. Holy. They're going to have 7 Suntail Squadrons now. They conjure 7 of them. This is actually a nightmare, because now they have a blocker up in the air. I mean, it could have been just any creature. That is, oh man. You gotta actually be kidding me. You gotta actually be kidding me. That is terrible. Okay, we can still have lethal. We still have lethal if we have some sort of removal, which is not impossible. But we're going to need a little bit of luck. But I think if our opponent can top deck a Suntail Squadron, I think we should be able to at least snag something. So let's go ahead and block these 2 out. This will be a 2-for-1, so we will get rid of 1 Moon Dancer this way. I think this is a really good move. They are tapped out. We don't have to worry about anything else. So they can get rid of the portraits, and they get rid of both. Oh, okay, they get rid of both because of the Michiko getting weaker. But either way, we just need some removal off the top here. Fingers crossed, baby. Can we get it? We do not, and that is really not good. Okay. Okay. So, I think that's going to be game, because darn. We're going to, even though we lost here, we're going to have to put this in the cut, because that was just too epic of a win. To top deck a Suntail Squadron, and then they're just gonna be able to block us out from here on out. So yeah, maybe they sneeze. Maybe they like sneeze and they forget to block or something. But we don't have lethal in the air anymore, and they're gonna be able to just put up blockers for days. So absolutely, we're gonna take them down to 1. We're gonna go ahead and give them a good game. That is one of the best games I've ever played in like a long time. But yeah, that's definitely a good game. The Cheetos take it. Miguelio, how we doing here? This is pretty good. We're gonna go ahead and keep this. Portable Hole is such a nice little, and it's such an aggro-y type deck. It's just, I know it only targets things that are 2 or less, but a lot of times, man, it just goes out and saves you. So we get a lot of Mothrider Cavalries. That's gonna be okay though. That's gonna be okay, because as long as you have Mothrider Cavalry, and that's the only other creature in your hand, boom, you see these are gonna cost 2 less, which is really, really cool. Okay, Miguelio, let's see what you got. We're gonna be able to cast Mothrider Cavalry and a Portable Hole. Gosh, this is pretty powerful. Let's see if they drop a creature. They do not. They do not. Okay, no big deal. We're just gonna go right into our Mothrider Cavalry. Might as well give our Patchwork Automation a 1/1. Well, it's not a 1/1 counter. Never mind. That was never mind about that. But it does get 1/1. So let's go ahead and swing in here. Can't use any spot removal because we do have Ward, but they can take away our Mothrider Cavalry, which is unfortunate. But what's really cool is we've got 2 Mothrider Cavalries for next turn, which is pretty insane. So Triumphant Adventure, that is unfortunate. It is going to have Death Touch. So yeah, I think what we're gonna do, we could drop Patchwork Automation. Yeah, we're gonna wait on the Mothrider Cavalries. We're gonna drop Patchwork Automation, and then we're gonna use the portable holes to get rid of this stupid Death Touch thing, because we don't want Death Touch. That's gonna be a little too scary for me. I want to keep our Patchwork Automations nice and safe, and Lord does not keep us from Death Touch. So that is going to be a no-go. Oh, and they have another one. They actually have another one, which is a little bit yucky. Oh, man, I think we're just going to have to plow through this. We still have 2 Mothrider Cavalries, though, so I think we're just going to do this. Boom. Mothrider Cavalry for days. We're going to swing in. Yeah, we're going to have to trade one with this Death Toucher, so we're going to lose one. It's unfortunate, but, I mean, we're still just going to have to stay aggressive. We're going to be able to have 2 Mothriders into the air and a Cave of the Frost Dragon, so not looking too bad here. And they also are starved for land here a little bit. Oh, that's kind of sad. That's kind of sad. And then we get an Inchblade Companion. Well, I'm going to drop my Inchblade Companion. Gonna make this go up. We're going to attach this to, let's give it to you, because we already have Ward. And then we get another Inchblade Companion, and because this has Summoning Sickness, oh my god. I know they were screwed on land, but that just shows you how powerful this can be. Christian Ice, not Fire, Ice. Let's see, let's go ahead and keep this. This is really good. I absolutely adore this Mothrider Cavalry. Oh, okay, I saw that. That is a mulligan, and we're going to give them the friendly mulligan hello. Everybody needs a friend when they take a mulligan. No one likes doing it. We like playing against it, but we don't like doing it. So we got to make them feel comfortable. This little strand of hair is getting a little crazy. There we go. Put it over there. That's gonna have to work for now. Okay, we got 2 Cave of the Frost Dragons. Pretty gosh darn good. This is the new Alchemy card. Uncommon. Absolutely love this card. Whenever you put it down, you're gonna get a little Dragonfly suit in your hand for free. So this kind of allows you to. This allows you to do one of 2 things. It allows you to have a smaller curve, and we're actually getting 2 Cavalries. This card is really, really good. Hopefully it's going to come into fruition a little bit later. But back to this Dragonfly suit, really, really good. Allows you to have a lot of cheap creatures and be really aggressive, because you're just going to get a free 3-drop in your hand. So, oh, we get no artifacts. Oh, that is a big time. We're going to go ahead and give them an oops. Wow, no artifacts off the top. That is unfortunate. Usually we snag at least something, and we are running 4 treasure chests. So typically there's at least an artifact land too. So that's actually pretty rough. Okie dokie. How do we want to play this out? I think we go for Dragonfly Pilot, because this is not a creature technically. It's a vehicle right now. So if we play the Artifact Pilot, we get to conjure a Dragonfly suit, and now this Mothrider Cavalry is gonna just cost 2. Which is just insane. We're going to cast this right away. Look at that. Now everything's going to be a 2-2. I'm swinging in. This Kami of Transience is going to get bigger as the game goes on, so we might as well swing right now. And look at this. This Mothrider Cavalry, man, this is crazy. All the creatures you control are going to get 1/1, and as long as you don't have any other creatures not named Mothrider Cavalry in your hand, you're going to be able to cast it for just 2 white sources. Pretty wild to me. So this is a 5/5. Okay, we're just gonna let that go through. As long as they don't have lifelink, if they can't get access into lifelink, we're gonna be okay. So, okay, I think, wow, okay. We're gonna go for the Inchblade Companion. Yeah, we're gonna do this. That will set our Mothrider Cavalry back down to 2. And this is gonna get up to our Ingenious Smith, and this is gonna be a lot of firepower. Let's drop the second Mothrider Cavalry, and look, everything's just gonna get buffed. This is just like, just waiting. We're just a little short of lethal, but wow, I mean, they are going to need pretty specifically a Rune of Sustenance to be able to get lifelink, or else this is just gonna be game over. I mean, this white weenie deck, wow, it's really good. So they're gonna kick this up again. As long as they can't do lethal, which is this is up to 9. I'm really nervous about they give us a good game. Unless they flash something, I mean, we're just gonna let this go. Sure. They give us a good game, but okay, so that's probably going to be it then. They were not bluffing. That is a good game. Wow, what a powerful deck. So we're back here at the hideout with the post-game wrap, and I just got to say that this deck definitely performed very, very well. I saw him tinkering around with a few things. I think this was one of my I don't want to say rush videos, but I kind of just threw a bunch of artifacts and whatnot together. And I mean, obviously mono white weenies always seems to work out, but I think that I probably will end up making another version of this deck here soon, maybe like a revised copy. But overall, I'm definitely very, very pleased. I think overall the Michiko's probably kind of underperformed. What overperformed was this Mothrider Cavalry. The Expedition Supplier also unfortunately kind of didn't do as well, because with the Patchwork Automation, as you can see in that second match, I used the whenever you cast an artifact spell. Unfortunately, I thought it worked the same way as Ingenious Smith, where it just enters the battlefield. Unfortunately, you have to cast it, and these knives do not come in as casted. They come in as just being conjured into the battlefield, so you don't get the extra boost on the Patchwork Automation, which is really, really unfortunate. So probably might take out the Expedition Supplier, but it still worked. Other than that, we still have a lot of humans in the deck. Well, maybe not a lot, but definitely enough worth running, so it is what it is. Go ahead and leave me a like. The button looks just like this. It helps out the channel tremendously. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. Tell me how ugly I am down in the comments below, because it helps out the channel, and I really appreciate all the engagement. So that is all I got for you today. Until the next episode, Man-a-Man, out.